Hi, and welcome to the farm. It's a rainy day here on this June summer day, and I have got projects galore going on. But I want to share a quick recipe with you. Actually, I found a new recipe that I'm going to try. I don't usually do a video of something that's brand new, but this sounds like a no-brainer, so I want to try this and share this video with you. Like I said, I've got all kinds of projects going on. I've just been this morning and had my pressure canner gauges tested to make sure they are correct and up to speed and everything's good there. I've got about a half a bushel of peaches to can and make preserves out of. I made blackberry preserves and strawberry preserves yesterday. It's just that time of year when things are really busy. So last Saturday, the Saturday before Father's Day, our older son came over and helped us get caught up on some mowing, give him some time on the tractor and the bush hog. But I had gotten some fried chicken at the grocery store, and he only eats the legs. I eat the wings. My husband likes most any of it, but mostly he'll eat the breast pieces first and then go to the thighs. Are usually what gets left over. So what I'm going to do, this recipe I'm going to make is called a chicken pasta bake. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these chicken pieces here, and I'm going to put them in this pot and stew them for, I don't know, 30 minutes or so until they get good and warm, heated throughout, and the meat's easy to pick off the bone. So we don't let anything go to waste here. We'll use this meat here and to make this with. Then what I will do, and I'll give the recipe more fully later, but I've gotten this, I don't really know how to pronounce this, penne ricotta, I guess. I don't know. It's pasta that looks like little straws. You probably know what it is. But anyway, that's the pasta that I'm going to use for this. So I just wanted to start off briefly by showing this chicken and showing that I'm going to put it in the pot, put some water over it, and stew it for a little bit. And then I'll come back later after I've picked it off the bone and actually get ready to put the recipe together. But I wanted to lay the groundwork for it as I get started here and show you, don't throw anything out. Use it up, pick it off the bone. Even if I weren't going to make something with this, I would stew this up, pick it off the bone, put the meat in a bag and put it in the freezer, and then use it for something later. So I always want to be good stewards of what we've been given. So I'll be back soon. Okay, welcome back. I've got everything ready to be assembled here. I've cooked the pasta, I've stewed the chicken, and I've got it picked off the bone. And by the way, I forgot to mention that chicken, since it was fried and it was heavily breaded, I took most of that breading off. I didn't take all of it off, but most of it off. It'll make kind of like a dressing sort of consistency of stuff in it if you leave it on, but I didn't want that in this, so I took most of it off. Then I strained, after I got through cooking it, I strained the broth to get the rest of the breading out of it, so I'll use that to mix in with this. So I've got the chicken here. To the chicken, I will add a package of frozen mixed vegetables. And obviously I should have cut that to start with. But you can use, if you have leftover vegetables in the freezer, sometimes I save little bits of vegetables in the freezer, and I'll use that like I would make vegetable soup or something. You can use that. You can use any kind of vegetables that you want in this. This is just a mixture of peas and carrots and let's see, there's some corn in there. There may be some little potatoes in there. Green beans, just a mixture of frozen vegetables. Okay, to that, I will add 1 can of cream of chicken soup. And I've got my baking dish ready, and actually, since this will make more than I want just for my husband and myself, I'm going to make a little extra dish of it and put it in the freezer, and either give it to one of my daughters-in-law, or it will be good for a meal another day. just add the cream of chicken soup to that. And I always use one of these spatulas so I can get every last bit of it out. I hate these cooking shows where they empty something out and they leave quite a bit of it in the bowl. We always want to be good stewards of what we have and don't want to waste anything. I grew up in an era in the late 50s and early 60s. And of course, my parents had been through the Great Depression, and we lived in a rural area. We were very poor, and so everything we did, we used everything. So I've got this broth now. I'm going to pour some of that in here. The broth is still a little bit warm, so that'll get the last little bit of that out. Oh yeah, clean that can out good. Alright, I'm going to mix all of this up together. Actually, I think I want to use a spoon for that. I don't have a spoon handy, I'll use this fork. Mix that all up together, breaking up all the vegetables. Basically, this is the same mixture of stuff that I would use if I was going to make chicken pot pies. Only I would put it, of course, pour it into a pastry. I'll just mix this up. And then pour the pasta into it. Alright, yeah, that looks really good. I'll pour the rest of this broth. It needs a little bit more liquid there. I'm going to need a spoon after all. A lot of times on these little videos, I don't do a lot of planning ahead of time. As you can tell, it's just a spur of the moment. I think I'll do a video about this. So, I mean, obviously I'm not a professional at this. Some folks have commented on the videos that I should be a little bit more professional. I should have everything together. I should know everything that I'm doing when I start. But if I waited to have everything ready or my kitchen cleaned up, I would never get any videos done. So, there we go. You see that? It's mixed up really well. Alright. Now then, I've got my baking dish. This is what I'm going to use for us. And I'll put this in. I've sprayed this baking dish with a little bit of cooking spray. Actually, I think this is going to make like 3 of those. Made a lot more than I thought it would. Well, the whole pound of the pasta. Okay. Now then, I also will put, I'll do this dish with it, and I think I'm probably going to have to get another 1 or 2 of those and get it ready to use up all this. But anyway, this is the dish, and then I'm going to sprinkle shredded cheese on top of this. Now, I have seen one recipe of this where you put Parmesan cheese, and that would be good. Whichever kind of cheese you like, or if you're out of one, put something else. That's always what we're doing around here. If we're out of something, then we put something else. Our mantra is a recipe is merely a suggestion. So, I've got another recipe that I'm going to try right away for a deer roast. I'm anxious to do that and see how that turns out. Alright, so there's the dish. I'm going to put it in the oven on 350. Everything here obviously is already cooked. The chicken's cooked, the pasta's cooked. The vegetables, of course, were frozen. They were raw, but it won't take long for them to cook. So I'll cook this probably about 30 minutes and check it and make sure, see if the cheese is all melted on it the way I want it to, and then I'll come back and show you what it looks like when it's finished. Alright, here we go. I just took it out of the oven. It is hot, but it looks delicious. can't wait to dig into that. I'm not going to taste it just now till my husband gets home. It's almost time for him, but oh man, that looks really, really good, and it smells so good. I ended up having 2 containers to put in the freezer of the other. I wrote the directions on the top of it for how to bake it and what it is, so I have 2 daughters-in-law, and I actually think both of them will like that, so I'm going to send it off. The boys, no, the boys won't eat anything like this, but the girls will love it. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this little impromptu video. Like it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, ring the little bell so you'll get notification of all of our videos as they come up. I also write and teach Bible studies. Those come up from time to time as I have them recorded. I have a program called Hand of the Plow, and as we record those and get them up, they'll come up too. If you're not interested in that, you could just skip over those. But I will continue to do farm videos and cooking videos, and please comment. Let me know what you think. If there's a particular type of thing you would like to see. We live on a farm. We've built our own house. We've done everything ourselves. We're just pretty much homesteading kind of people, and have been our whole lives. This farm that we live in is, or that we live on actually, it's been in my husband's family since the late 1700s. So lots of stories there and lots of history. So I hope you've enjoyed this, and I hope that you'll subscribe to the channel and share it with your friends. So hope you have a blessed day.